Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Larry with Packmaster Dog Training. Here I have my little friend Brody. You guys may remember Brody. I'm doing private lessons with Brody and his owner, and we started filming Brody the second he showed up. The second he pulled up with his owner, I did a little interview with his owner and we talked about a few things. I'm not training Brody right now. He's spending the week with me because his owner went away on a trip. And because of his issues, we thought it'd be better if he stayed here with me instead of being boarded someplace. But during his stay, I noticed a couple of things that concerned me quite a bit. And I want to talk about, because I know some of you trainers and some of you owners out there experience stuff like this, all right? First off, if you remember from the video, when I was interviewing his owner, she got him from a rescue and went to work with the trainer that the rescue was working with. The very first thing well, not the first thing, but the first day they trained, he already had a lot of anxiety and a lot of fears. Right away, they put the e-collar on the dog, this is the trainer, and started giving the dog commands, and when Brody didn't perform, he was getting tapped with the e-collar on high levels. You know what I call those kind of people, those kind of trainers. Absolutely disgusting, okay? There's no room in this industry for garbage like that. All right, let's move on. Let's not stay there too long. I know a lot of you don't like me saying stuff like that, but I don't really care. Okay, so his owner was smart enough to know this is not right. That's when she called me. We've been working. He definitely has a lot of anxiety, a lot of fears, but his owner is as good as it gets. She's fantastic. She will do whatever it takes to fix him, and she has great handling skills. So normally I don't give owners this kind of work to do, but after the first couple of lessons, I started giving her things to do like touch pads and rear end awareness and head up heeling and even a reverse handstand, because I knew a couple of reasons. I knew she was capable of doing it. She has the patience and the skills, and I thought it would be really good for her and Brody to build that relationship really tight and really put Brody to work. And it's been fantastic, and she's done great teaching all that stuff. He can do a reverse handstand. Beautiful stuff, okay? Now, let's fast forward a little bit. He comes here. The thing that concerned me was, for one, the first time I went to take him out of his crate, he hid in back of the crate and didn't want no part of me. But it didn't take me long to realize that if I didn't have a leash in my hand, he was ready to go. And I'll keep moving along fast, all right? This is a little different kind of video. Brody, he didn't eat. Not a big deal. It didn't take him long to eat, but he wouldn't drink any water. That always concerns me, first couple of days. But also, he didn't want to go to the bathroom. He was peeing once a day, pooping every other day. It's not good for a dog to only pee one time a day, okay? For one, he wasn't drinking anything, and for two, he didn't want to come out of the crate. Very unhealthy for a dog not to want to relieve themselves. Mentally and physically, it's not good. So today I talked to Brody's owner and she asked how he's doing. I said, well, he's doing great in almost every area, but there is a couple things that concern me. And I told her that when I take him out on the leash, I told her he's not going to the bathroom, all that good stuff. But I also said, it appears to me like he is waiting for something bad to happen. He is waiting for some kind of correction. Now, if the average dog owner saw him out on a leash with me, even a lot of dog trainers, you would say, wow, his engagement is fantastic. He don't take his eyes off you, he's looking up at you, but it's not. It's simply out of a fear of taking his eyes off of me. So when he does move out of a heel position, when I allow him to, he'll just go in big circles all around me. A lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, okay? That's not good. And he's not peeing. That is a problem. So when I told her this, she said, wow, funny you should say that, because the very first thing that this trainer did when Brody's owner went to pick him up, now mind you, let me reverse a little bit here. The trainer also fostered him for a while, so Brody lived with the trainer for a while. But the very first thing this owner wanted to get across, the trainer wanted to get across to Brody's owner, was how to implement a leash correction. I want you to think about that. The very first thing that she focused on was how to implement a leash correction. And Brody's owner said she liked leash corrections. And again, Brody's owner knew this is not right, this isn't the place for me. So I want you to think about this, not in just this situation, people. If you have a trainer that will light your dog up with an e-collar, no previous training, never had an e-collar on before, right? And will light that dog up in front of you, think about what goes on when you're not around. Because I know he went through some bad stuff, there's no doubt in my mind. Or if you have a trainer that's implementing yank and crate leash corrections on this kind of dog that suffers with all these issues in front of you, the very first time that you do any training, think about what goes on behind the scenes, all right? So it all made sense now. And she said, okay, now it does all make sense because that is what happened. And I knew that by looking at him. I told her he's scared of the leash and he's waiting for a leash correction. So, and by the way, I spoke to several canine officers within the past couple of weeks. This is the one thing I forgot to tell a few of you, and all the things we talked about, the guys that are struggling, doing searches or, you know, trailing, all that stuff. This is one of the things I forgot to touch on. The way that I started overcoming Brodie's issues on the leash, drinking and going to the bathroom, is very simple. It's through touch. No toys, no food, no training, none of that stuff. I started implementing touch in a very simple way, and I'm going to show you. Now, you guys know the first thing I do when I take a dog that I'm training out to go to the bathroom, we walk across my driveway or we'll walk down the sidewalk. I stop on the pavement. It's their job to stop, look up at me, and I say, free dog, and they're free to go do what they want. I added one little different thing here with Brody, and again, that was touch. I did it with the water first. I had a bowl of water. I took him out of his crate. He's not going to drink. So all I did is something very simple like this. I take the two hands and the ears, and I just massage, okay? Just for a few seconds. Relax. Then we take the hand and we go down the spine, right down the spine, and we massage and we rub, okay? And they relax. Massage and rub. Then I picked up the bowl of water. Come here, Brody. And I gave him the bowl of water and he drank with me holding the bowl, okay? And I did that a few times. Now he will drink on his own, but I had to hold that bowl after touch and he started drinking. Now, going to the bathroom, I did the same exact thing. I came out here, I stopped on the pavement, he looked up at me. Instead of saying free dog, I do touch, and then I say, Brody, free dog, okay? And what did he do? He acted like a dog, started sniffing, moving around, and he peed, okay? So, good boy. Touch is a very powerful thing, guys. And you're gonna run into a lot of different issues with these dogs that sometimes you're gonna be stumped, okay? But you have to figure out what works for them. He's better off leash than he is on leash. It's usually the other way around, right? We have to work to get dogs off leash. If I go to take him out off leash, he's fantastic. Drive is great, he's happy-go-lucky. As soon as he sees the leash, he shuts down. You put the e-collar on him, drive is all gone. Gone. He's a drivey little dog. You put the leash on him, he shuts down. You put the e-collar on him, he shuts down. We're getting there. It's a work in progress. But you know what I call trainers like that. So there's a lot of you out there that don't believe trainers like this exist because you say, I don't see them, I never get them. I get at least one dog a week that has been through that type of training. Many of them, you see the owner for the first time when they got out of their car, I do a little interview, and you hear them say, this is what happened. I get this constantly, guys. Again, those aren't trainers, okay? Renzo, you didn't hear this bad word. Those are assholes. Plain and simple. Making that video calling trainers assholes got me in a lot of heat from a lot of people, but I don't give a damn. Because if you do that to a dog, you shut a dog down like that, and yes, dogs do shut down. Here's one of them. Here's one of them. You're not a trainer, you're an asshole. Plain and simple. Now I'm going to fix him with the help of his owner, because again, she's fantastic. But think about that. You have a dog with the two tools that do such tremendous work for us, a leash and an e-collar. You put either one on, he shuts down. So we're going to fix that. But that touch, that rubbing, guys, is the main tool that I'm using right now, and we will get him over the hump. So people that are experiencing something like that, you gotta use different things, guys, okay? And punishment and corrections are 100% necessary in dog training. Proper punishment and corrections is 100% necessary in dog training. Not punishment and corrections because you have a little wiener and you lack the ability to do anything else. Peace.